You have got to make this lemon blueberry cake with an intensely lemony flavor and glistening juicy blueberries in every single bite. And when you add this secret ingredient that I'm about to share in this recipe, it's going to completely transform this cake, giving it a cottony soft feather light texture that literally dissolves on your tongue. Let's begin. You first want to preheat your oven to 160 degrees Celsius or 325 degrees Fahrenheit. In this bowl that contains some castor sugar, I am going to add the zest of one large lemon. When zesting the lemon, make sure that you are only getting the yellow part of the zest and not the white skin. That is incredibly bitter. Once you've zested the lemon, massage it with your clean fingertips into the castor sugar, which helps release the natural oils from the lemon zest and adds that beautiful lemon flavor. If you take a whiff of this sugar now, it's going to be so intensely lemony. For an even more intense lemon hit, you can add the zest of one more lemon if you'd like. Now keep that aside, and then you will sift in your dry ingredients, which is your all-purpose flour or plain flour, some baking powder and some salt. Just sift it in and keep it in a bowl, and keep that aside while we work on creaming the butter and sugar now. So in this bowl I have some butter which is at room temperature and it is softened. I am going to go in with my electric beaters for about 30 seconds just to help smooth it out. Into this now I'll add my lemon scented castor sugar, and I will take my spatula and just scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl just because the butter has spread out to the sides. And then I'll go in with my electric beaters first for 3 minutes on a medium high speed. You will start to notice that the butter and sugar mix starts to get really pale in color and increases quite a bit in volume. After 3 minutes though, you will stop your electric beaters because you do want to scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl halfway through the mixing process. This gives all of the ingredients an opportunity to mix really well. So once you've scraped down the sides and the bottom of the bowl, you'll go back in with your electric beaters on a medium high speed for 3 more minutes. So essentially you will cream your butter and lemon scented sugar mix for about 6 minutes. So we've been creaming the butter and sugar for nearly 6 minutes now, and you can see just how voluminous this has gone. You will scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl, and this is what the texture should look like. It almost turns white. And now it's time for us to add a secret ingredient. I am going to add some room temperature ricotta, and this one ingredient totally transforms the texture and the flavor of your cake. Ricotta pairs beautifully with lemon and blueberries, and so adding this to your cake completely transforms it. You'll go in with your electric beaters on a medium high speed for about 2 minutes. Towards the end of those 2 minutes, you'll start to notice that your batter starts to look really fluffy and it has this velvety look, almost like buttercream. I will scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl once more. You do need to scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl several times because you want to ensure that all the ingredients are mixing well. And just look at this beautiful texture of the cake batter so far. Trust me, the ricotta completely changes the game here. So now we'll go back in on a low speed now because we'll start adding the eggs one at a time. So I'll be using 3 room temperature eggs here, and I'll add 1 egg first. I'll mix it really well on a low speed itself until it has combined well with the rest of the batter. And once it has, then I will add the second egg, and similarly I'll wait for it to combine with the batter before adding the third and the final egg. You want to be sure that you're adding only 1 egg at a time so as to not overwhelm the batter. Adding all the eggs at once can result in a soupy mess, and while you can salvage it by adding your dry ingredients, you really want to give it enough chance to just mix really well with the batter. Then you'll add in your vanilla extract and scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl once more, and then you'll go in with your electric beaters on a medium high speed for 2 minutes more. You'll start to notice that the batter transforms beautifully at this point. It goes incredibly voluminous, and if you start to notice that it is looking split, that is totally fine. You have nothing to worry about because once you add your dry ingredients, it's going to be fine. So just scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl. Keep it aside for just a second because now we'll be coating our blueberries in some of the flour mix that we sifted. So I'll take a spoonful of that sifted flour, baking powder, and salt mix and just coat the blueberries in these dry ingredients. Coating your blueberries in a spoonful of these dry ingredients essentially ensures that the blueberries don't sink to the bottom of the cake as they bake. So each slice of the lemon blueberry cake will be dotted with glistening, juicy blueberries. Once you have coated them, keep it aside because we'll first add the dry ingredients into this batter, and I'll use my spatula and gently just fold it in until the dry ingredients are well hydrated. You want to be very gentle at this point. You don't want to knock out all of that air that you have created. I mean, just look at the volume that's been created from creaming all of the ingredients so far. So just be very careful, and once you have done that, go in with your electric beaters for just 10 seconds on the lowest speed setting. You only want to mix this until the ingredients come together. Do not over mix it because you don't want to develop the gluten. And then you also want to use your spatula and just clean the beaters, because as you can see right here, the lemon zest clumps onto the beater, and you do not want to miss out on that because that lemon zest is packed with flavor and it needs to be in the batter. So clean the beaters, give it one last fold through, and then add in your flour coated blueberries into the batter and gently fold it in. Now at this point, you only want to fold it in until you don't see any of the blueberries peeking out from the batter. They should be well mixed through, and as soon as that happens, stop and keep it aside because now we are ready to add this batter to our cake tin and bake it. So I have a 9 by 5 inch loaf tin that I have greased really well and lined one side with parchment paper that has plenty of overhang so I can easily lift it out of the tin once it's baked. I'll add a couple of dollops of the cake batter, ensuring that there are fewer blueberries at the bottom first, and I'll just spread that batter around, almost forming a little bed of plain batter before I start adding the rest of the batter that is studded with the blueberries. This ensures that the blueberries are studded all through the surface of the cake. I'll shuffle the tin around and tap it gently against the work surface so that it spreads out evenly, and if there are any air pockets, they get released. And then I'll use my offset spatula to spread the batter around so it's even. I'll also press down some of the blueberries so they are not exposed on the batter because that can burn the blueberries as they bake and I don't want that. I'll just spread it out really well like this, and then I'll take a knife and make a slit in the center so that the cake splits from the center itself, and this will go in the oven at 160 degrees Celsius or 325 degrees Fahrenheit for about 55 minutes to an hour. A skewer, knife or a toothpick inserted in the center should come out clean. Then you let it sit in its tin for about 20 minutes or so, and then release it and place it on a wire rack to cool down completely. And once your lemon blueberry cake has cooled down, you will prepare your lemon glaze, which is essentially just lemon juice added to sifted icing sugar or confectioner's sugar. Make sure that you're adding the lemon juice a little at a time, mixing it really well, checking for the consistency, and then adding more as you need. If you add all of the lemon juice in one go, you can get a pretty runny glaze because initially the icing sugar may look like it's very firm and it won't come together, but when you keep mixing, it loosens up considerably. So add the lemon juice a little at a time, and once you're happy with the consistency, pour it generously on top of the cool lemon blueberry cake. Let the cake sit for about 15 to 20 minutes so that the glaze can dry out, and then we will cut into a beautiful lemon blueberry cake with the goodness of ricotta, and you can see just how amazing this cake looks. It's glistening with juicy blueberries in every single bite, which are spread out throughout the surface of the cake, and it is also incredibly lemony with a super cottony soft feather-like texture that's tender and moist, and just one of the best kinds of lemon blueberry cakes to have. If there's one cake that you decide to make this week, please let it be this lemon blueberry cake. And if you would like to make more lemon blueberry desserts, you should check out this cream cheese pound cake and muffin recipe that you see on the screen that are chock full of lemon and blueberries.